Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Estância São Carlos here in Farming Simulator 22 with me, Waddy. It is the last day of February today, the last final day of the month before we move into spring. And we're finishing off one cultivating contract and hopefully I have got another one lined up. There are 3 sowing jobs available, but I'm not going to start those today. I'm hoping they're still going to be there next month. But today, we're just going to do a couple of cultivating jobs just to finish things off for February before we head forward into March. There's also a couple of things I need to talk about and discuss in regards to Farming Simulator 22. So, let me have a lovely drink of my Ray energy drink, which you can all purchase via my lovely link in the description down below, or by using my discount code to get your 10% off. But yes, I have some lovely, wonderful news for you all people. As I'm recording this video on Monday the 21st of August, I've just had an email from Giants telling me that the next DLC pack for Farming Simulator 22 will release on the 19th of September. Woohoo! Okay, I think that's the final DLC pack before the big premium edition update at the end of the year, when we get the new crops, the new map and everything. The final piece of DLC for the Season 2 Season Pass holders, or the, like I say, the big expansion for everyone else who hasn't bought the Season Pass and is buying the DLCs piecemeal as and when they want to, only picking up the ones they want to. But yes, new DLC is coming out September 19th. It is going to be featuring a new brand to Farming Simulator called Oxbow, and there are several pieces of equipment in that DLC pack for people to apply, use and enjoy in game. It's probably, I'm going to say it right now, it's probably going to cause some discussion in the community, and there is bound to be a lot of people who are not going to be happy with the DLC because of some of the equipment that it is releasing, because they're going to turn around and say, well, I don't do that in game, so that's no use to me. But it is what it is. It's another brand. It's another line of equipment. It's another different look for things. But yes, Oxbow are coming to the game September the 19th. And I've already seen a few snapshots of some of the equipment. There's a new grape harvester, new slurry spreader, slurry tanker, transporter, new manure spreaders. There's a new silage roller, squisher, compactor thing. There's a few other bits and pieces in there from the Oxbow brand, and this DLC pack is the one that's supposed to increase your efficiency. That was the teaser that Giants put out for the Season Pass at the beginning of the year. How exactly it improves your efficiency with a grape harvester, I don't know, because grapes are one of the longest time consuming, most frustrating things to harvest, along with olives and also cotton. I think we'll all agree on that one. But it is what it is, ladies and gents. New DLC coming 19th of September. So start saving your pennies up now, ladies and gents, and don't forget to use affiliate links down below in the description to take you to the Giant store, where you can pre-order your DLC now and support the channel, support me, and guarantee you get your new Oxbow DLC before anyone else. Because if you use the Giants links, you will get it before the Steam guys, the Xbox guys and all that. So, and also the Giants version works on any platform. So if you're not like a Year 2 Season Pass holder, and you want to use the new DLC, definitely by all means make sure you go and grab it from one of the lovely links below, either again using my partner code CWATTYSO in your checkout on the Giants website, or by using the link that will probably be in the description at some point. I don't know if it'll be in the description of today's video, because I don't know if they'll have updated my partner platform Doodle Flip at that point. But I will have a look. I'll certainly have a look. And if I can put the link in today's video, it will be down there in the description. So make sure you check out the description of today's video, and make sure you click the see more option, because you'll find all my links and stuff in there. Which is going to be something very important to do here on the YouTube going forward, because YouTube are changing the way they display creators' links and stuff. There used to be a wonderful little banner on the channel page where you used to have all these little icons for all your links to your different socials and platforms and stuff. YouTube's doing away with all of that, and they're only going to show certain discounts and stuff. But yeah, it'll be good. But things are going well. Like I say, we have got, like I say, I've made a nice bit of profit. Look, 161,000, having completed the other cultivating contract and the harvesting contract for the barley that I was doing in the last video. We have made some money, despite the fact that I was a little bit concerned with how fast that money meter was going down in the last couple of videos. It does look like we are doing fairly well. It also looks like I may be hamstringing this guy a little bit. With some But there we go. Hey, there's a nice little farmy area over there, isn't there? After we've done field 17, we've got to go do field 21. So right now we're here. It's 21's the one that I harvested. Just did the harvest contract on. That makes sense. That makes sense. And that's not terribly far away from here, as things stand. Growth on this map is... Some of the growth states are a bit weird. Or soil composition, anyway, is a bit weird. You've got weeds on some of the bits of the field. I am fully convinced, like I say, that this map needs a bit of an update. I don't think some things in this map work quite well or quite right. And it probably needed a bit of an update, especially on the AI side of things with the AI field. Like when you're doing like the fertilizing contracts on field 20 and you get all the stripes everywhere. But it's very hard to get a mod author to update a mod if they don't want to do it. But like I say, this was a nice map. This was one of the very early maps that came out for Farming Simulator 22. And I'd been meaning to play it for a long, long time because I do like the art style of these South American maps. The sort of Estância São like maps from like FS17 and FS19. As I say, my fondness for Estância São Carlos is always going to be in place because that was the first map that I did a farm sim let play on in FS19 when I've decided to become Mr. Farm Sim here on the channel kind of thing, and start my path to being a farming sim creator and content producer. But yeah, it's definitely noticeable. He's missed quite a bit over the field on that corner, I just noticed. Hope it's going to fix that. Or has he missed that because it's a bit lumpy bumpy again? Like I found on my grass field when I was seeding that, there was like a big hole in the field that I had to smooth out with the terrain tool. And again, things like that probably should have been picked up and fixed by the author in an update, but I would think at this point in time that the author of this map has long gone from the community, from the modding scene. I don't believe they've uploaded any other mods apart from this, or at least it's the only one they've uploaded here on the official Giants mod hub. They could be using other websites, third-party sites and that, but honestly, I really don't bother looking at those these days. Don't bother looking at the third-party mod sites, even as a PC gamer. I just can't be bothered to trawl through all the garbage that you find on them. All the broken and wonky stuff, and all the stuff that's been stolen and ripped off from somebody else, and I just can't be getting involved in all that drama anymore. There's a time I would have got been into that sort of thing, but I've matured and mellowed with old age, and I just stick to reliable, trusted sources for mods now, individual mod authors and creators that I follow, and obviously the Giants mod hub. There's a couple of other respectable websites that I follow as well, like LS Farming, LS Mod Company, you know, King Mods, is it? King Mods? I think it's King Mods. There's a couple of others, but there's been some other websites that came, suppose like Simply Safe Mods, and something else that came along. We're going to be a trusted resource for mod authors who didn't want to use the mod hub to publish and host their content, and those places have quickly fallen by the wayside and disappeared. And if you're wondering why I keep glancing off to my left today, I'm currently looking at a kick stream on my iPad. The new app for iOS customers has been released today, and so far it's looking pretty good. I've finally figured out how to log in as me. Originally I wasn't getting the prompt login, but I can now log into my channel, and baby, my channel looks pretty freaking good on the app. If you've got an iPad, you can see all your late VODs and your clips. You can go to the About page, and you can see all my awesome stuff on my About page, including all my links for not only my Farm Sim DLC, but there's also a link for my Wraith partnership on there. And then obviously all the videos. There's a fortnight of VODs on there, ladies and gents, that you can go and access. And you can see what categories I've streamed in recently. So Farm Sim, Dave the Diver, Just Chatting, Diablo 2, Baldur's Gate, Pools, Hot Tubs and Bikinis. Yes, I recently did a bikini stream. I have one. F1 Manager 23 and Diablo 4. So if you're wondering what I stream over on Kick, there's a bit of a sample for you. If you want to check out something other than Farm Sim via me. But yeah, I'm liking it. I'm loving it. So yeah, it's all good stuff. Hopefully, it may cause a little bit of an uptake in channel support over there on Kick, if the app is working better, because I know a lot of people were frustrated with the app. The fact that you can now sub and gift through the apps as well is going to be big, especially for streamers, because that's going to enable people who previously haven't been able to support and contribute to do so and be able to get involved. Very positive time, I have to say, in the streaming space, the streaming world space. But obviously, not to be outdone, here on YouTube, all you wonderful people have options as well. Like there's the wonderful join button down below the video that gives you access to the YouTube membership system, of which I have set up 3 tiers, 3 different levels, with different perks and rewards for the people that choose to become a channel member and support me in my content creation journey and my career path currently. So yeah, I'm looking forward to things. Things are definitely good. I'm in a good positive space at the moment when it comes to all that kind of stuff. I just wish I had more hours in the day, more days in the week, and more months in the year. More weeks in the month and more months in the year. Because right now I want to be doing so much on both Hick and here on YouTube. There just isn't enough time. I don't have enough time. I have too much to do myself. You know, editing, rendering the videos on my knackered old PC. I'm definitely hoping one day to get an upgrade. I'm hoping, you know. I would love to see, you know, during one of my Hick streams or something, one of the big wigs of the platform drop by and do like a big donation, like my friend got the other week. My friend Lee got a £2,500 donation during her stream from one of the owners of Hick. 2,500 would definitely put me well on the road to getting a new PC. A massive and a big upgrade to my PC, you know. And I know for some people watching the video, they'd be thinking, hey, if you got £2,500 gift to you, you could use that to sponsor such and such at the football club. Well, sorry, money lady and Gary the gardener. I've sponsored a lot thus far, and from a business perspective, I need to wait to see what my return is, what my return on investment is like, before I ever consider taking on anything else. I know you've been on at me about sponsored substitution boards and things like that, but right now it's early days. I need to wait to see if things all take off and become amazing. Because it's like any business at the end of the day. Yes, I've invested and sponsored, but ultimately, if I don't actually make any income, then I'm not going to be in business for very long. Therefore, I'm not going to be able to sponsor in the future. So, it's got to help me out. It's got to help me out. But it has been nice seeing my banner featured in some of the photos and that I've seen flying around on social media of matches and football games and stuff. It's been nice that it's there and it stands out and it's quite prominent, so you never know. And obviously, as we get through a few more home games this season, it'd be nice to see how that's affected and taken off by like visitors, the away fans, whether any of them chip in and start to follow me or whatever. Who knows? So yeah, why has he missed that bit? I'm gonna say, looking at things, he's missed that because it is a little bit lumpy there. The field does kind of drop off quite severely on certain sides there. Right, we have finished this field. Excellent progress has been made. Right, I can clear that, of course, because I'm not going to use it again. I'm going to collect that money. We're now going to go to field 21, baby. And I'm going to do some cultivating of my own. Spent a lot of time watching the... Woo! Hang on a minute. That is... Yeah, that is a bit severe. There's quite a terrain change there, isn't there? That does need smoothing out a bit. But like I say, this is one of the areas over here on the map that I would be possibly considering having as my farm when I eventually move away from the store. Right then, I am going to cultivate this field. Unfortunately, it looks like I wasn't hamstrung by the cruise control with the worker. This is the maximum speed of the cultivator. But the good thing is, it won't take me too long. It's a decent sized cultivator. And we're not going to suffer any slowdown or anything because this tractor's got more than enough oomph in them to pull this. I'm very impressed with this Fendt tractor, I have to say. Since I purchased it, I think it's a good investment. And like I say, there may be a shout that I maybe replace my John Deere with another one of these. Because they're about the same price, effectively. They're roughly in the same price bracket, but this thing has like 200 more horsepower than the John Deere. So, get another little old Fendt that we can rock about in. And then we can start thinking, you know, possibly increasing equipment. You know, getting a bigger seeder, getting a bigger plough. Although my plough is actually pretty decent, I have to say, the one I've got currently. But, you know what I mean. Now, we just got to make sure we don't hit the fence here. I might just have to just come inside a little bit. And get tangled on the fence. Yeah, harvesting went okay on this field. It would say one thing though. Towards the end of the field, as we was getting right close to the finish point of the harvesting, the harvester seemed to stop doing the self-unloading. And every time it got full, it just sat there and waited for me to take the truck over to it and unload it. Don't know why that is. I have got the latest version of Plate installed. I did that today before I started. Went and downloaded the latest version, as I always do on a Monday. I go and check the sites of all my major script mods for updates on a Monday at the beginning of the week. And yeah, everything's up to date and correct. So yeah, I don't know why the X9, the last 2 or 3 unloads it did, wouldn't self-unload. It just sat where it had got full and waited for me to drive the truck over to it. Even though the truck wasn't moving, the truck was parked nicely on the field for it. And I was off watching the cultivator. I do not know. But we have got until the end of today to finish this. And I will say one thing as well that I noticed with the relight mod, the updated self-made relight mod, where I've changed the weather system so we don't get the snow and stuff in the winter. And I've added the weather from the actual São Carlos environment file to the Relight file, which is being used by the game now the Relight mod is reinstalled and activated. It does get dark still very early on the map. I noticed that when I was finishing off the harvest contract and stuff, that it got dark by like 6 p.m. in the evening. It was pitch black on this map. I could not see a thing. And also, the truck thing that they'd leased me or loaned me to do that harvest contract with had the absolute worst headlights ever. Didn't illuminate anything. Okay, I could not see where I was going. I kind of just had to aim for the sell point to take the last load of barley and just hope for the best. I don't know why headlights in this game are so bad. I don't. You know, I know Giants have changed lighting systems and stuff in this year's game, but certainly hope for the next version of Farm Sim they have a bit of a look at the head. It's the same on tractors and stuff. When you're trying to do any field work at night, you might as well not bother with headlights, because they don't enable you to see anything. You know, they don't. And I've got mods installed that supposedly make the headlights better and extend the illumination range of headlights, and they don't seem to do much. They don't seem to do a great deal. And like I say, in comparison to the Wednesday evening in real life, when we was coming back from a football game on Wednesday evening, and there was some farmers in real life out doing their harvesting, you know, 11 o'clock at night here in the UK, pitch black. Their harvesters and their tractors, when they put their lights on, oh my god, it was like floodlights. It was like having floodlights. The harvester, the class harvester that we passed at one point, my god, that thing illuminated most of the field with its lights. And Gary the gardener in the front of the car said, wow, if we had one of those, we could use that instead of floodlights at our football ground. Just park the combine next to the pitch at night and turn the lights on. In our council-owned stadium, where most of the floodlights don't work because the bulbs have gone and the council don't bother replacing them. So I wonder at what point we'll actually get into trouble with the Football Association and that, when we have to suspend a game or postpone a game in progress because the lights don't work, or there isn't enough lights coming from the floodlights, and we get fined. But yeah, craziness. Right, I suppose what I ought to be doing is thinking about taking a screenshot for the thumbnail with my lovely Fendt tractor in. And there we go. Because it's nearly that time, folks, where I have to think about ending today's video. I don't know how many episodes of São Carlos I've recorded now. I think it's 3, isn't it? Or is it 2? I have to go and check. Sorry, I've lost my train of thought a little bit now, because I got distracted by that email from Giants talking about the new DLC. I think they plan to announce it tomorrow, which is perfectly fine, because obviously this video isn't going to release until after the embargo date, so I'm not breaking any embargoes, I'm not breaking any, you know, agreements with Giants on this, because this video does not release until this video I think releases in September, so this video will release closer to the actual time the DLC releases. So most of you will actually already know about the new DLC by the time this video drops. So, unfortunately. However, for people watching my live streams, and certainly my multiplayer farming stream on Wednesday evening, and on Friday evening, and Sunday evening, they will get the news a lot sooner. It's just a shame that all the people I play with, multiplayer farm sim, the 3 or 4 guys, the 2 or 3 guys that I play with, don't all have the DLCs. Because I would love to put a lot of the DLCs on a server now. I'd love to throw some of the DLCs on us, but people just don't have it. And it's like, oh, you know. I mean, I managed to convince the guys to have the horse DLC. Which is pretty good. So at least we've got that on the current server, but there are certain other bits that I would have liked to have played with in multiplayer. Yeah, nice cultivating job. Supposed to be cloudy today. Overcast. I think you've got the forecast wrong, Michael Fish. But I'm just glad it's not snowing anymore on the map. Don't have to worry about the snowfall. We can just enjoy a lovely day of farming. I also think now as well, rainfall with the changes I made to the relight mod using the environment file from the map, I don't think we're going to get quite so much rainfall as well throughout the year. There won't be quite so many rainy days where I can't do harvesting and things, so that might be something to watch out for, to see if that actually happens. Because like I say, I had no idea. The whole time I've been playing this map, I've been using the environment file from Relight, which is obviously designed and set up for a completely different region of the world. Possibly Europe, I think, given the snow and the times of day when it gets dark and stuff, for the times of year. Certainly Northern Hemisphere, I would say it's based on. Somewhere in the Northern Hemisphere. But, yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy that things are working, looking better, working better. And now we just drop that down, and off we go again. Worker wants to work in that direction, because if I hire a worker, which I'm not convinced by, so sorry dude, I will carry on harvesting. My phone is blowing up with messages. I need to go and check those. I've also reached the point where we have finished and completed today's episode, ladies and gents. So, thank you all for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this lovely episode of Estância São Carlos. I'm sorry it's a little bit cultivation heavy today. And we're just trying to basically finish off February and make more money for me. We will be back in the next episode where it will definitely be March. I guarantee you it'll be March. First task, we'll make sure our grass field is all okay and taken care of and properly looked after. And then we'll see what lovely, wonderful jobs are available. So, I've been C-Waddy. This has been Estância São Carlos. This has been the greatest video game ever, Farming Simulator 22. You have been the greatest audience ever. So I will see you next time. Take care of yourselves, everybody. Stay safe. Goodbye.